everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing an overview of the best cozy games that I played during Steam Next Fest. I hadn't heard of Steam Next Fest until this year, and it's actually really cool. It's a multi-day event where you can play hundreds of free demos of upcoming games on Steam. It's a great way to discover new titles, try out different genres, and get a sneak peek at what's coming. For smaller indie devs, it's a great way to promote your game and get some feedback ahead of your official release date. There were a total of 3,093 games this year, and while I truly wish I could have played every single one, I just didn't have enough time. So what I did was I browsed through and ultimately downloaded 20 games that appealed to me. Out of those 20 titles, 8 made it to my final recommended list, with 3 honorable mentions that are worth, well, mentioning. So I want to be upfront with saying that I just couldn't cover as much ground as I wanted. There are probably way more fantastic games out there that I won't be mentioning today, but these are the cozy games that caught my eye. Lastly, my criteria for choosing games isn't an exact science, but what I'm looking at are things like, does the aspirational fantasy appeal to me, and does the experience deliver on that? Is the game easy to learn? Is it intuitive? And do I understand the rules without struggling? Is the gameplay fun? Does the game give me sufficient feedback? Am I getting better at the game? Is the difficulty tuned correctly? And are there reasons to keep playing? Does the game give me a long-term goal, and do I want to reach that goal? Alright, let's get to the good stuff. I've narrowed it down to my absolute favorites. We're going to go backwards and count down to my number 1 recommendation. So let's go! Kicking off our countdown at number 8 is Mewseum Film Festival. Mewseum Film Festival is a puzzle game featuring famous movie posters in a charming feline universe. Get the museum ready for the big gala night in a relaxing and fun experience. Lights, camera, meow! This one was a real surprise hit for me. The core gameplay is a puzzle game, not unlike Nonogram, where you're fitting shapes into a space. I'd never played this type of game before, but the mechanics are quite clever. So you can only drag and drop to make perfectly rectangular shapes. So if you see a clue for the number 4, you could use a 1x4 grid or a 2x2 grid. And odd numbers, because you can't make a square with an odd number, has to always be 1 times the number in question. So like 5 would be a 1x5, a 3 would be a 1x3. And as you solve these puzzles, you create beautiful paintings. This is a good pickup if you just want to enjoy a nice afternoon with a tasty beverage and do some light but decently challenging puzzling. This one releases on March 12th, 2026, so look out for it soon. At number 7 is The Mermaid Mask. An impossible locked room murder. Captain Mortuga lies dead beside an ancient cauldron aboard the world's strangest submarine, crewed by sketchy suspects. A handcrafted point-and-click with sharp humor and tricky puzzles. Dive into the next mystery from the creators of Tangle Tower and Crow Country. This is an adventure puzzle game with offbeat characters set in a moody, Cthulhu steampunk-esque magic world. I only played through 2 puzzles in the demo because I didn't want to spoil too much of the game for myself, but I saw some pretty interesting puzzles, a lot of witty banter between the 2 main characters, and a mystery that I wanted to solve. This releases sometime in 2026. Coming in at number 6, we have Thrifty Business. Run your very own thrift shop in this laid-back management sim. Sort through boxes to find hidden treasures and arrange nostalgic displays of clothes, antiques, toys, and more. Befriend the regulars, help with their requests, and expand your store into a hub for the local community. This game is a simple but satisfying thrift shop simulator. It really scratches that aspirational fantasy itch for me. It was so fun to decorate and set out items in my shop and then see customers come in and find items they loved. There's a light narrative thread, and the cute art style is a bonus, making it a really charming and relaxing experience. This game releases in 2026. Our number 5 spot goes to Cat Isle. Catch a train to Cat Isle. In this cozy pixel art management game, build restaurants, expand and decorate the town, figure out your cat's needs as they dine, shop, explore, and turn the island into their perfect home. This is a fun little building sim that, I'll admit, was a little slow to start up for me. However, the art and music are so incredibly peaceful that I just found myself enjoying the overall vibe of the game. If you're looking for something chill and aesthetically pleasing, this might be a good game for you. While the gameplay elements actually felt light, The gorgeous artwork and aesthetic made me wish I could have this world as an interactive desktop wallpaper. This one ships in Q2 2026. At number 4 is the surprise hit for me, Scritchy Scratchy. So Scritchy Scratchy is a fun to say name and a super satisfying scratch card incremental game. Buy stacks of scratch-offs, unlock auto-scratching, and chase massive jackpots. Will you play it safe or go all in? This game looks pretty simple on the surface. You start off as a dishwasher, manually wiping dishes and earning $2 for each. Ugh, brutal. The build-up in this game is incredibly satisfying, and as someone who enjoys buying scratchers in real life, this game really hit on the fantasy for me. It's surprisingly addictive and gives you the feeling of gambling without the real-life risk. The game is also self-aware about the potential wrist fatigue of moving a mouse back and forth in the scratching motion, and it offered me a couple of different control schemes up front. I chose the hover option, which probably saved me from getting carpal tunnel syndrome. This one ships in March 2026. Taking the number 3 spot is The Last Gas Station. In a world where electric cars reign supreme, you are now the owner of an old gas station out in the wilderness. Establish trade, develop your business, and uncover the secret of this strange place in the compact gas station simulator. This was a very fun shop simulator with really cute artwork. During the day, you pump gas for customers at the gas station or sell items from the convenience store, and at night you restock your supplies and buy upgrades. There's also a mystery to solve, which adds an interesting layer to the gameplay. I'm curious to see if this one holds up in the final release, but the demo definitely left a good impression. I did a more detailed video on this one, so check that out if you want more info. The runner-up at number 2 is Hozy. Restore a forgotten neighborhood through your favorite hobby, one cozy room at a time. In Hozy, clean, paint, and decorate abandoned homes with satisfying mechanics and intuitive controls. Enjoy the little details as you interact with tools, items, and furniture to bring each space back to life. At first, I was a bit concerned about the controls. Using the mouse for swiping motions was really clunky. I couldn't get the precision I wanted, and my wrist was also getting sore. I thought repeatedly that this would be a much better game on a mobile touchscreen. But at a certain point, the painting mechanic really made things click, as it was incredibly satisfying to see the paint go on the wall. I have to point out this beanbag and the ridiculous physics here. This beanbag alone probably sold me on the game. And it's so fun to unbox all of the furniture and decor and decorate. Later levels where you get to sweep leaves are just as beautiful. The motion and movement of those leaves are just so fluid and enjoyable. The spaces themselves feel quiet, warm, and there's a stillness to this game that tells you to just enjoy the moment. And this one's coming out soon, March 30th, 2026. And finally, my number 1 recommended game from Steam Next Fest is Outbound. Explore a colorful world and build your own cozy home on wheels. Craft workstations and source energy from the sun, wind, or water. Upgrade and customize your vehicle, grow crops, and live sustainably off-grid with up to 4 players. So guys, this game fulfills my ultimate fantasy right now. I am obsessed with YouTube camping videos. I'm watching these like tiny car camping videos and these snow camping videos and researching RVs and just kind of dreaming about leaving my normal life and going off for a quiet weekend with nature. So yeah, this game absolutely hit the nail on the head for me personally, where I am in my life right now. The environment art is absolutely gorgeous and the vehicle customization is fantastic. There are plenty of unlocks for new systems over time, which keeps the gameplay fresh and engaging. Exploring the world is a joy. And the best part is it's incredibly relaxing. There's no rush, just calm, unhurried exploration and discovery. I also checked out the multiplayer mode in this game with my husband, and it was really fun. It just felt like we could kind of get the fantasy of going away for the weekend without having to actually buy a Winnebago and sleep in the cold and have to deal with insects. So I think that's the feeling I really got from several of these top 8 titles, is just this feeling of enjoying the moment, not hurrying to winning the game, but just relaxing and savoring the journey more than the destination. All right, Before we wrap up, I wanted to give a quick shout out to a few honorable mentions. First is People of Note. In this turn-based RPG musical, join Cadence as she recruits an ensemble of musicians on her quest for stardom. Experience turn-based combat like never before, where each battle is a musical performance with evolving combat conditions and genre-bending mashup attacks. So the trailer for this game looks absolutely ridiculous in the best way possible. I'm so hyped for this game. It does require a controller, which I don't have hooked up to my computer, and I ran into some issues trying to run this demo. Probably because I didn't have a controller, derp. So I'll have to get myself set up when the game comes out on April 7th, 2026, and hopefully I'll be more prepared by then. The second honorable mention goes to Walk the Frog. Guide Froggo through a world on sticky notes and relax while solving the puzzle of his journey home to find his best friend Buddy. Meet quirky animal friends, solve satisfying puzzles, help one another, and relax in this cozy and heartwarming adventure with an intuitive drag-and-drop puzzle style. So this was a super cute and creative puzzle game that felt like part jigsaw puzzle in a way. This was the perfect game to play with my daughter, and I might even post a separate video about that later. And that one is coming soon. The last honorable mention goes to Vampire Crawlers. From the creators of Vampire Survivors, this is a casual turn-based deck builder with roguelite elements. It's played in first person and is like an RPG twist set in the same universe as the original mobile game of Vampire Survivors. You traverse dungeons, engage in combat, and use abilities to see how far you can get. This game doesn't even have a release date, so I think they're pretty early in development and have plenty of time to continue to make updates. This one is not a cozy game, and that's really the only reason why it's here in the honorable mentions. Alright, and that wraps up my Steam Next Fest demo recommendations. I hope you found some new games to add to your wish list. Let me know in the comments below which demos you played and what your favorites were. Also, if you couldn't tell already, this is a new channel and I'm brand new to content creation, so let me know what kind of content you are enjoying so far. As a busy parent, I stopped playing video games for a few years, and this is a way for me to dip my toe back into gaming, but also have some fun with it and try some new things. So please like this video and subscribe for more gaming content. Thanks for watching, and don't forget the most important rule: be cozy!